Mhm.
And you are live.
Right, nice. You know, it's almost as if I got so accustomed to the radio that I waiting to hear Dion or something like that. So pleasant good evening to everyone. Always a pleasure to be here. Well, for the longest while we promising you all our life in the evening because you know we haven't done this in a while. So we're going to ensure that we give you a proper 2 hours and we're going to answer all the questions that you have. Make sure if you know someone who needed to hear this for a while, you know, you could get them on. And today we're going to discuss a number of things. So we're going to touch on some arthritis. We're going to talk about some anxiety, sleeping problems. We're also going to touch on hormonal imbalance. And of course, you all know the format. If you have any questions, feel free to make sure and ask. I will try my best to focus on the Instagram followers. So if you have any questions, you know, feel free to ask those questions. So you're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, your integrative healthcare professionals. So last week we had a very interesting discussion. Last Thursday, we spoke on arthritis, and you know we had a lot of comments. We had a lot of persons asking questions. We were saying that you know a lot of persons with arthritis have so many different issues to deal with in the body. You know, you have different types of arthritis. You have osteoarthritis, you have rheumatoid arthritis, you have even psoriatic arthritis, and we also touch on the fact that when an individual has arthritis, a lot of the times you find that with an arthritis situation, you have a lot of pain, a lot of swelling, a lot of discomfort. And, you know, a lot of persons with arthritis almost as odds. They don't know exactly what's going on. They don't know how to deal with the situation. So we're going to discuss that today. And of course, as I said, you know, any questions that you have, you know, feel free to make sure and ask. We also going to be highlighting our Mother's May giveaway, which is just one day to finish. That is no. Oh, we announced it tonight. Oh, yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. So we're going to be announcing that tonight. And we're also going to be addressing the situation associated with the different products that we offer. Inflammation formula. We're going to do a bit on, thanks very much, the nerve restore. We're going to also speak about the situation associated, as I said, with women's formula as it relates to polycystic ovaries, fibroids, ovarian cysts, endometriosis. Okay, so make sure, give me plenty questions. Don't take full opportunity of the live this evening. We're here for about 2 hours. So as I say, take full advantage of it. Any questions that you have, some questions that you may have been asking answers for the longest while, or some questions that you would have required answers for, you know, feel free to ensure that you do that. Let me say a pleasant good night to Ms. Boyce, pleasant good night, Dr. Batson, and to all listening on. So, arthritis. We know arthritis has a lot to do with inflammation, inflammatory response in the body. It has a lot to do with, as I said, pain and discomfort. So, what do you do? So, you have pain, you have back pain, you have shoulder pain, you have waist pain, you have knee pain. What do you do? Okay, so the normal and the quickest go-to is painkillers. But of course, the question arises, you know, how effective are those? Because when you take the painkillers and the painkillers wear off, then the pain is still there. So what exactly is causing your pain? That's something that we're going to touch on. So we know pain, as I said, has to do with inflammatory response. So whenever you have elevated inflammation in the body, you have issues associated with pain. So the where exactly did this inflammation come from? And it has a lot to do with your gastrointestinal system, because as I often tell persons, once your gastrointestinal system is healthy or unhealthy, it creates an environment that is conducive to disease. Remember, rheumatoid arthritis is parasite where? In your bones. So the thing is, if you have parasite in your bones, it means that you have a situation where you have inflammatory response, you have an issue associated with pathogens. All living organisms eat and they excrete. So what they're primarily doing is basically eating or taking all your nutrients and basically excreting in your bones. So that's obviously going to create an environment for inflammatory response, and therein lies the issue. So what do you do? Normally what is recommended is prednisolone. We know prednisolone is something that is usually recommended by a lot of medical professionals. But the problem with prednisolone is this. Prednisolone has a lot of side effects. It is a corticosteroid, and it can cause, for example, steroid-induced diabetes. It can cause serious problems with your eyesight. It can blind you over a period of time. And it actually can further exacerbate arthritis, simply because of what it does as it relates to a steroid. It can cause excessive weight gain. So, I mean, is that really the best thing that you would want to use for the long term? Of course, the answer is no. So the thing is, one of the things we do at Batson and Associates, as I said, is to address the root cause of the problem. So it means we're going to start to do some work on your intestines. We need to clean, detoxify. We need to now create an environment that is less conducive to inflammation or inflammatory response. And that's fundamentally what it is we need to do. It's very important that you do that. And that's one of the things we do at Batson and Associates. Now, when we do your live nutritional blood cell analysis, your magnetic resonance analysis scan, those are the scans that actually give us the opportunity to determine root cause, in the sense that we actually able to look at the musculoskeletal system very clearly. And in that, from the scan, we'll be able to see your levels of calcium. We also see if you have problems with high level of acidity, if you have issues associated with inflammatory response, because we know the most alkaline mineral in the human body is what? Calcium. Calcium is stored in your bones. Your bones are primarily calcium, magnesium, and phosphorus in the form of calcium phosphate. So if you have an acid problem, it means that you have a situation where you have so much acid in the body that it is actually creating a strain on the body, where it's actually draining the calcium from the bones. So in a situation like that, if it happens long enough, what it's going to do is going to create a situation where you now have osteoporosis. And that's one of the things that you need to pay very, very close attention. Let me say a pleasant good night to Miss Joyce Dick. Miss Dick says, good night, Dr. Batson, and staff blessings to you. Miss Grace Oshkowitz is saying, good night, Dr. Batson and family. Miss Maria Charles Gordon is saying, good evening, Dr. Batson. Miss June Jatan, good night, Dr. Batson. You're looking sharp, Doc. Thank you very much. Miss Anne-Marie Wolf is saying, good night, Dr. Batson and staff. Miss Hazel Cummins is saying, good evening to everyone. On Instagram, we have Miss Tastara12 has joined us. Princess21 has also joined as well. So as I said, any questions that you may have, feel free to ask regarding that. So let's discuss nerve restore. Not nerve restore, sorry, inflammation formula. So, I was supposed to get a jersey to put on, but if I had to go to get the jersey, I would not reach here in time. So, you all had to deal with the muscles this evening. All right. So, inflammation formula. So, inflammation formula is primarily a product that is designed specifically to deal with inflammatory response in the body. What does that mean? So it means the inflammation formula is primarily a product that has a lot of berries in it. Berries, cherries, that type of thing. That particular family of fruits actually has a lot of things known as anthocyanins. And what anthocyanins have the ability to do is actually reduce inflammatory response in the body. So that's actually one of the things that the inflammation formula does. It also has key ingredients associated with reducing acidity in the body. And that inflammation formula is very easy. It's a liquid product. We normally recommend you use 1 tablespoon in the morning, first thing when you get up, in 8 ounces of water. And you do the same thing in the night before you go to bed. And that in itself helps significantly in dealing with pain in the body. Okay, Miss Hazel Cummings is saying good evening to everyone. Miss June Jatan, thank you very much, Miss Jatan. Miss Jen Bray is saying pleasant good evening to Dr. Batson and staff and those listening. Melissa Richards is saying good evening, Dr. Batson and everyone. So inflammation formula, that's basically what that product is designed to do. So who would benefit from using inflammation formula? A number of persons. Ms. Donna Marie Bell Myers is saying good evening to you as well. So with that situation, or anyone who has issue as it relates to pain, inflammatory response, the inflammation is going to help you. If you have problems with sleep, the inflammation is also going to help you. Inflammation nerve restore. The inflammation formula is also going to help as it relates to knee pain. So a lot of you who may have problems with your knee, your back, some form of arthritis, inflammation formula is something that you should definitely try. Okay? Ms. Dawn Ellis, Dr. Batson and Associates Limited, pleasant good afternoon from Ohio. A pleasant good afternoon to you, Miss Ellis. Yes, so as it relates to that situation with the inflammatory response and inflammation, the inflammation formula is something that you could look into. So feel free to give us a call or visit those telephone numbers, of course. You can give us a call on 222-8261. That's 222-8261. That's for Chaguanas. The DB number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. And St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. Tobago is 226-4553. Again, Tobago is 226-4553. So one of the questions someone is asking with the inflammation formula, what age groups can use inflammation formula? Children can use inflammation formula, of course, guided. A dose for a child, and when I say a child, maybe 10 years and under, would be anything like about 1 teaspoon. But I have dealt with children with arthritis, very young children. The youngest I've dealt with is 12 years, and of course, we use that product with them. So it's definitely, excuse me, it's definitely not an issue as regards to that particular situation there. Okay, Ms. Petronella Felix is saying, good evening, Dr. Batson from Montreal. Glad I was able to catch this. Glad to have you, Ms. Jennifer Valentine. Dr. Batson and Associates, good afternoon from Texas. Yes, Ms. Valentine, I know you always tune in to us. Excuse me. One of the questions as well, someone is asking about the joint tea. Now, the joint tea also is a tea that we carry at Batson and Associates that deals specifically with joint health. So when, of course, you're talking about arthritis, rheumatoid arthritis, osteoarthritis, psoriatic arthritis, it means that you're dealing with a situation where we have to, as I said, address the inflammation in the body. And the advantage with the inflammation formula, as opposed to corticosteroids and steroids, is that it does not suppress inflammation. It actually reduces the inflammation formula. Ms. Cummings is asking, do you have inflammation formula in stock? We should have, in all the offices right now, we should have. I think Tobago has to get next week. And we'll be topping up Tobago's supply, Trinidad supply coming this week. But I know Chaguanas, DB, and St. James have a few of those. Okay. Miss Dulcie Russell saying, good evening, Dr. Batson. How long should you be on Digestive Restore? It depends, you know. It depends. I use Digestive Balance all the time, consistently. Excuse me. I don't understand why I'm yawning so. That Digestive Restore is normally used to bring back the balance in the digestive system. It helps with things like flatulence, gas, bloating, belching, constipation, that type of thing. So I would recommend that you could use it for an extended period of time. Once you have gotten satisfactory results, you could do a maintenance where you may use it not every day, but every other day. Or as opposed to taking 2 a day, you take 1 a day. All right, that's how I use mine, because digestion is essential. Digestion is something that should always be optimal throughout the body, throughout the day, throughout your life. So, you know, you can use it for an extended period of time. All right, Ms. June Lizama is saying good night, Dr. Batson. Good night. Miss June, Miss Valentine is saying very informative. Thank you so very much for that. Miss Bernadette Edmond is saying good evening to all. Doc, is there such a thing as over-alkalizing the body? Very good question. Yes, there is such a thing, but it is very difficult for an individual to over-alkalize the body. Very, very difficult. And I'll tell you how so. It is very difficult simply because alkalizing the body requires so much, and we have so much just stress, just environmental toxins, the food that we eat, stress actually creates a lot of problems in the body and make it difficult to over-alkalize the body. But one of the things that a lot of persons need to pay very close attention to, you would hear people saying, okay, I need to alkaline my body. Now, technically, that is an incorrect statement, because different aspects of the body cannot be alkaline. Like your mouth, for example. Now, it can become alkaline, but that could be problematic, but it's very difficult for you to over-alkalize your mouth, for want of a better expression, or saliva. Saliva is usually acidic. Saliva has a pH of what, 6.4, which is acidic. The pH of blood is slightly alkaline, which is about 7.3 something there, oxygen and deoxygenated blood. So pH differs from different aspects of the body. But as it relates to alkalizing the body, one of the products that we carry at Batson and Associates is the Alkagen water, premium alkaline water. Why is this product beneficial? Why is this product important? It is beneficial, it is important simply because it has the ability to do a number of things for the body. One, hydration is everything, and I always try to explain this to persons. When you hydrate your body properly, think about it. So, simple mathematics, the human body is 70% water. What does that mean? It means that 70% of the human body, your muscles, your bones, your skin, your hair, your eyes, your nails, your muscles require water. 70% in order to be functional. So if your body is 70% water, do you think it is easy or it is sensible to get away with not drinking water, or not drinking water on time, or not drinking water at all? No, you're going to create a lot of problems in your body. And that's why so many persons have so many different issues, simply because of what they encourage with the lack of water and lack of proper hydration. So try and keep that in mind. And remember, I'd give you a measurement. The rule for drinking water is your body weight divided by 2 in ounces. So it means to say that at the end of the day, your body weight, so let's say we're 180 pounds. Half of 180 is what, 90? 90 in ounces would give you something like maybe about, well, if you put it in liters, you're looking at maybe about 3.5 liters of water for the day, minimally, that you should drink. So always try your best to increase your water. No cold water. That's one of the things that I constantly tell persons. Do not drink cold water. Okay? Miss Lizama is saying, good night, Dr. Batson. Miss Joan Garcia, good night, Dr. Batson. Pleasant good afternoon to you, or good night to you, Miss Garcia. So we had some questions before that I'm going to touch on, because I realized a lot of you all being a little shy this evening, or maybe a lot of persons who have to join us haven't joined us as yet. One of the things that I always tell persons to do is ensure that you have optimal water intake, because it would help and prevent a lot of problems. Even headaches. A lot of people, persons, the reason why you have migraine headaches is because you are dehydrated. Frequent urinating in the night, dehydration. Some people say, well, okay, but if I'm not drinking all that water, or stop drinking water, or lessen my water, then I should pee less. No, you're going to urinate more. You created a problem in your kidneys, which later on going to hurt you. Possibility exists you could end up on a dialysis machine. So it's very, very important for you to pay attention to that. Okay? Okay, I see somebody was trying to call us. Miss Bain is saying, Dr. Batson's blessings to you. Are you any closer to getting your merchandise into Amazon for us abroad? Actually, yes. Thank you very much for that question, Miss Bain. We're just dotting our I's and crossing the T's with Amazon, because, you know, they are an organization that are very stringent and strict with a lot of things. So we just dotting our I's and crossing our T's, and we are closer, definitely closer. So give me like about let me just say we closer. All right. Miss Albin is saying good night. A pleasant good night to Miss Albin. Miss Angela Andrews, blessed night, Dr. Batson and family. Miss June Jatton, and do not drink water standing up. Yes, drink your water sitting down. You're sure right. Miss Boyce is asking the question, Dr. Batson, my sister has a bad case of acid reflux. Can gas accumulate in her joints and head? When she rubs these areas, she burps a lot. What product would you recommend for her? Okay, good question. Yes, definitely. The thing is, gas can build up in all aspects of the body. Gas is very dangerous. I tell persons, if you get a good wind pain, like if you do not eat for the entire day, which is the nonsense that some people do, and then they go home and eat a whole big plate of food, no. You're gonna end up in a lot of problems. What you're supposed to do is drink at a large, very large cup of hot, as you could tolerate it, tea, to go down into your intestines and remove all that kind of excess gas. You're going to pass some gas, you're going to belch, whatever the case may be, and clear up that, and then give yourself maybe about 30 minutes and have something to eat. Do not eat for the day and go and eat food just like that. You're going to end up in a lot of problems. So as it relates to the acid reflux, yeah, there are some products that we have that can help. The Digestive Balance is a very good product for that situation. We also have the Digestive Balance. That's also one. We have Gastro Tea. That's becoming very popular, a very good tea. That has helped so many persons. So that's something that you could she could actually get there, and that would help in that particular situation. The Santulan as well is also a good product to use. Miss Cummings is saying, what's the negative in drinking water standing, please? Good question. One of the things that it does when you drink water standing up is that it actually causes problems with your joints and your kidneys. It puts too much strain on those organs. And you can actually research it, and you will see that for yourself. It is better to drink water sitting down. Okay? So, okay. So there's a question that we have here regarding water, dehydration, and headaches. So someone wants to know, if you're dehydrated, how do you end up with headaches? Simple. Remember, blood is responsible for what? Transporting oxygen and nutrients to what? Cells. Cells, again, give you tissues. Tissues give you organs. Organs give you organ systems. And organ systems give you the body. So it means that if you're not drinking enough water, it means you're not going to get proper blood flow to your brain. You're not going to have proper circulation here. And as a result of that, you find that it can actually cause the blood vessels in your brain to actually swell. And that pressing against the nerves is what can cause the problems with the migraine headaches. All right. Optimizer is actually a very good product that we carry at Batson & Associates that actually helps with improving blood flow in the brain. It's a very good product that we use for persons with eyes, for eye health, along with the IT and the eye optics formula. Okay. So, Miss Blake, hey, radio right now, chat with me. Oh, okay. Oh, that was you. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so right, we have that. Miss Shelley George says, I started taking the Santulan and I have noticed that my blood pressure bottom number is great. Okay, so what that means, Miss George, what you may need to do is, instead of using your Santulan every day, use the Santulan every other day and increase the amount of alkaline water you're drinking. What that means is that the Santulan is beginning to clean you out and it's getting a lot of toxins into the bloodstream. That could elevate the lower number, or it could elevate the blood pressure on the whole. So what it means now is that you need more water in the diets, or you need more water in your body in general. So that's my suggestion to you where that is concerned, Ms. George. Okay? So I hope you got that. Instead of using the Santulan every day, use the Santulan every other day and increase your water intake. Good. Ms. Felix is saying, good evening. Is inflammation formula available for order to Canada? Not as yet. We do have it and send it, but I'm working on a way for it to be easier for you guys. We can send it, yes. But the shipping kind of just be a little on the little expensive side, right? So that's one of the things that we're working on. The thing is, COVID-19 has changed so many things now. You would not believe, especially in the realm of shipping. You wouldn't believe shipping has become so much more difficult and so much more stringent as a result of that. So we're working on doing that, on ensuring that we get that over to you, but it can be shipped because that inflammation formula product, it can't stay out of the fridge for a while, so it's not a product, because what we are doing is sending it in the with the ice, and that's what was causing the price situation. So if you could hold on a little bit, hold on, and we are putting things in place for where that is concerned. Okay, blessed night, Dr. Batson. Can an umbilical hernia be treated naturally? Yes, it can, but the umbilical hernia could be treated depending on the size of it. If the hernia has become very large, or the person has a very large stomach, a large protruding stomach, it means that it can be a little more difficult to heal, and the person may have to actually resort to surgery. But if it is not a really large hernia, or it's a new hernia, for want of a better expression, in terms of the size, then it would be easier to deal with. Okay. I have Santulan. How long would you suggest one should be on it if relatively healthy? I normally recommend you use Santulan like either 2 months, not 2 months, sorry, 2 weeks to a month, and then you may do it like that twice for the year. What I do personally is I would do Santulan intermittently. So I would do a pack of Santulan, and because I'm basically on maintenance. So a pack would last me like about 2 weeks to a month, and I would drink a glass every other day or every 3 days or something like that. And I find with that, you're actually able to have a better maintenance in terms of your energy, your sleep, that type of thing. Okay? Ms. Davis is asking, I bought the eye optics. How do I use it? Okay, Ms. Davis, as regards to the eye optics formula, I don't know what is your particular eye challenge, or if you just bought it just to maintain good health of your eyes, but the eye drop is primarily 1 to 2 drops in both eyes. You make sure and shake it before. First thing when you get up in the morning, last thing before you go to bed. Okay? Ronald Devines is saying, Dr. Batson, when are you coming to Tobago personally? God's willing, I shall be in Tobago not next week, but the following week, God's willing. I should be in Tobago. Okay? Ms. George is saying, I am giving my 11-year-old daughter 2 8 ounces of the Santulan. Is that a good dose? 11 years, and you're giving them 2 8 ounces. So they're getting 2 8-ounce glasses for the day. Is that what you're saying, Ms. George? Just clarify that for me. Okay, Ms. Feeling is saying, would it be okay for someone to bring the inflammation formula when traveling from Trinidad to Montreal? Yes, that's actually a very good idea. A lot of persons have done that. That's something that you can do. Ms. Devine says, thanks. You're very welcome. Okay. George Daly. Oh, okay. But is she complaining of belly pain? And what is the weight of your daughter? How much does she weigh? Okay, so let me give you those telephone numbers in the meantime while Miss George and the other persons answers those questions for me. This number for Shagonas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. The Shagonas office is located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shagonas. We also on the corner of Ramsamud Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Debe. That's the location for the Debe office. And St. James is located on the Western Main Road in St. James. That's Red Edge Mall. And Tobago is the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. Okay. Right, so I'm looking for the answer there. Honeybay is saying, Honeybay have some decorum. Honeybay says the armless for me. Good night, Dr. Shakil. Good night. Big up the viewers. Yes, Honeybay, a pleasant good night to you. You're very welcome, Miss Felix. Miss Mackenzie is saying, can a 4-year-old drink Santulan? Yes, they can. I would recommend the 4-year-old drink Santulan. They could drink 4-ounce glass every day. 4 ounces. All right, Devines is saying, Dr. Batson, you familiar with 5 flow? No. I'm going to have to look at that. I can research it quickly and get a general idea of what it is. I'm not too sure. All right, Lawrence is saying, good night. Please clarify why it is not. Please clarify why it is. Okay, so this person is asking why it is better to drink water sitting than standing. Okay, now you know after God is Google, right? So I had read this 1,000 years ago. So let me just do a quick search and I'm going to tell you all what was the general aspect associated with that entire situation with drinking water. Because it is something that I learned like maybe about 6-7 years ago. And when I learned it, right. Now, this is something that in Islam, and Islam talks a lot about this, right? As for drinking water standing, then it can cause the liquid to fall hard to the bottom of the intestines, right? Let me see. Right. So let me tell you. So you said, never drink water while standing because you would suffer from indigestion. If you drink water in the standing position, it can cause an ulcer and heartburn. The reason is that the liquid that you drink ends up splashing in the esophagus that disturbs the sphincter, right? There was also an explanation too as well as regard. So in other words, when you're standing and you're drinking the water, remember what's happening? You're not, when you sit, okay, so if you're standing up and you're drinking the water, it's actually what they're saying is actually going down too hard. And because of that splashing situation, it can actually affect the esophagus sphincter and it can actually affect your knees. So you can do some more research and, read up. But it really does make sense, when you think about it. Okay, so if you can, try your best and drink your water sitting down. Okay? Right. Ms. Abdul is saying, good evening, all. Just tuned in, Doc. Any updates on the Santulan Slim? Yes, we actually finished everything with Santulan Slim. We're just waiting on 1 or 2 things from Food and Drug. And once we have that, we all clear. Okay, guys? Ms. Heard is saying, what health supplement from your office can a breastfeeding mom consume? A lot of products. They can use the silver, they can use the digestive formulas, they can use the inflammation formula, they can use the advanced chlorophyll. A lot of things can be used. Good night, Dr. Batson. What will you recommend for a teenager with irregular period? Ms. Joanne Howell is asking this. Okay, so a teenager who has irregular period or irregular menstrual cycle, first thing, Ms. Howell, you need to try and encourage that person to drink water. First thing, because a lot of these young people do not drink enough water. Okay? And then, of course, you have the women's formula, you have the cyst and fibroid formula, uterine formula. There are a lot of things that could be recommended for that person. But the first thing I would recommend is the alkaline water. If they do have a problem with low blood count or weakness, then they can use the silver with the mineral formula. Santulan may have to be used later on. Okay? Okay, Kato is saying, Keston is saying, Dr. Batson, can the protocol with the eye optics plus together with the MSM help improve someone with nearsighted vision? I believe it could. There are a lot of persons who use eye optics formula and their eyesight actually improves significantly. So that's something that you could look at there. Okay? Which George is saying, usually she has belly pains since the 2nd year of her period, but this month she had no pains, but we'll check how she is next month when she has it. Okay, great. Okay, Ms. Phillip is saying, good evening, Dr. Batson. Ms. Namlan is saying, oh gosh, Doc, I didn't realize you were on. Good night, good night. Good night, Ms. Namlan, and how are you? I hope all is well with you and your family. Shakil is asking me a question. Yes, sir?
So on your Instagram for trying to go live.
Oh, they're trying to go live?
Ask you a question.
Okay, good, no problem. Okay, well, the next, yeah, no problem.
You like to proceed now?
Yeah, proceed.
Okay, that's what the game permission.
So Facebook, we need to give Instagram some opportunity here, right? So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to try to cater to as much people as possible. Okay, so when he sees that, we're going to go. I'm keeping my... Okay, the person, no?
The person is on. Outbreak.
Yeah. Hi, good evening. What's the person's name? You hear me?
Yeah, I believe so. Hello? Just continue.
Okay, yeah, no problem. Okay, Mackenzie is asking, which teas would you recommend for a 4-year-old girl from your office? For a 4-year-old, what tea would I recommend for a 4-year-old boy? Now, the thing with teas are very good for the body because they have tannins. 4-year-old, I would recommend the immunity teas are good tea because, I mean, we know COVID is around and, well, now they're telling us about monkeypox. So, you know, your immune system is always a system that you should try your best to keep as healthy as possible, right? So, they can use that. They can use the gastro teas also, a good tea as well. Circulation tea is also good. By the way, we have gotten teas. Well, the teas, they are here. So all offices should have teas by the end of the week. So we have gotten circulation, we got gastro, we got joint, we got liver, we got kidney, all those teas. So those of you who may have been waiting on particular teas from Batson and Associates, you could check that out. Okay, you could always call the office and all should be there by the end of the week, God's willing. Okay, Mr. Devines, I'm going to check that question you're asking me just now. Ms. Elizabeth Nanlau. Doc, I was reading a book on the healing powers of magnets. What are your thoughts? Yeah, I remember someone else had asked me that. Yeah, I am a big advocate of magnets and what magnets do to the body or for the body. So go all the way through. Okay. Ms. Robinson is asking which products support weight loss. The oolong tea that we carry is very good for weight loss. The silver or the mineral formula also helps. Santulan also helps. The water also helps. The Alkagen water. We're going to get back a CLA product. There was one that we used to carry before. So I'm actually working. Yeah, go ahead. I'm actually working on getting back that because CLA is that long with linoleic acid, which is very good as it relates to assisting persons with weight loss and that type of thing. So those are some of the ones. And of course, Santulan Slim will be coming shortly as well. Okay, Ms. Howell is saying she's drinking the Santulan with me right now and also the Alkagen water. Okay, very good. Okay, Doc, the biceps looking hot. One day I'm coming to bust a workout with you. Eh? Okay, good. No problem. No problem at all. Yes. Okay. Okay, so Royan Williams is saying, good night. Can the eye optics supplements cure glaucoma? Okay. All right, cure is a word that we do not use, right, for many reasons. But it can cause reversal with glaucoma. For the benefit of the listening audience, glaucoma is high ocular pressure in the eyes. There are a lot of persons who have situations associated with elevated pressure in the eyes, either open angle or close angle glaucoma. And the eye optics formula, because it cleans and removes metabolic waste from the eyes, it helps with circulation in the brain. It can help significantly with glaucoma. It can. Okay? Okay, so the Venus is saying I have some serious joint pains. Knees, pelvic, lower back. What do you recommend? Well, the thing is, when you have a lot of joint pain, as I said, based on the arthritic situation, the joint tea is very good. The inflammation formula is a product that is very good as well. That inflammation formula is a very sought after product at Batson Associates. A lot of persons really use it. It's very popular and they get results. Very rare somebody would use inflammation formula and don't come back and buy it. Very rare. It's a very, very good product. What we may need to do, depending on how serious. how serious your joint pain situation is. We may have to add some other things to that situation. So we may have to add the silver with the mineral formula. We may have to add the joint tea. We may have to add some santulan. We may have to add some alkaline water, because you see, the thing is, a lot of persons at times is so dehydrated, that they make it very difficult for a lot of things to work. And in that situation associated with dehydration, you find that, as I said, a lot of things in the body cannot function properly. It's very, very difficult. So that's something that you need to pay very, very close attention to. You have to hydrate the body. Okay? The Veins is asking, but what really causes excess inflammation in the body? You see, the thing is, you have to understand that inflammation, Mr. Devines, is a natural occurring function in the body. Inflammation is a key component of the immune system. What happens is that a lot of persons could reach in a situation where the inflammation is excess. So you're not drinking enough water, you have stress, you're eating things that you're not supposed to be eating, you're not exercising. So there is no mobility. Remember, the human body is designed to what? Move. There's some people, when last year exercise? Since God said, let there be light, you haven't exercised. Then we had COVID. So 2 years and something, people who were active were not active. A lot of people now getting back into their routine. And that's all well and good. But if it is you weren't active for whatever reason, it can create inflammation in the body. So there are a lot of things that contribute to inflammation. The problem with inflammation is that you don't want to be using prednisone, especially for an extended period of time, because of the side effects of the medication. And that's not me being overly critical about prednisone or just trying to hate on other doctors or anything. I don't have time for that foolishness. But it's simply stating a fact that once the inflammation is high in the body, you cannot suppress inflammation. You have to remove it from the body entirely. And that is where integrated medicine comes in, because we're going to do work on your gastrointestinal system. We're going to do work ensure that your food digests better. You know how much benefits you will get overall in the body if your food is now digesting better. A lot of benefits. A lot of benefits. Think of the health benefits that you can get from now having a proper sound sleep. That's where the Nerve Restore comes in. Nerve Restore is an A-class product from Batson Associates. There is no one who has bought that product and didn't come back for it. Excellent product. Excellent, excellent product. Anxiety, depression, you know you're stressed out, you have plenty work, you're always flustered, you need to get a Nerve Restore. I'm telling you, your sleep will not be the same. I guarantee you that. Okay? Okay, the Veins is saying last year I had to inject. No. Which lasted? No, don't be injecting nothing, brother man. That's when you're creating problems that you're gonna have some serious issues to deal with after. What causes swollen fingers and toes from time to time? I'm bringing that person to do blood work in July. The thing is, if you're getting swollen toes and swollen fingers, again, high levels of inflammation, high levels of acidity in the body could actually cause swelling. Swelling, very rare. I mean, if you have excessive liver problems, you would experience high amounts of swelling in the stomach. Like people with real bad liver problems, cirrhosis of the liver and those type of things, their stomach could literally swell like a pregnant woman and not go down because their body will start to retain water. Kidney, if your kidney really, really bad, then you're going to start swelling. Most of the time, people with kidney problems do not see problems with swelling. Most of the times. I always tell persons, your kidneys are a funny organ. It is a very, 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 very funny and technical organ. It is not an organ to play with. You need to ensure that you take very good care of your kidneys. If you know you're hypertensive, Batson Associates, we have hypertension tea. Start to drink some olive oil. Take a teaspoon of olive oil every day. Increase your water intake. Reduce your salt. Your saturated fats. This sort of fat and butter and cheese all they like to be eating. No. Reduce it. Okay? So those telephone numbers again for the Shogunas office. That telephone number for Shogunas is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. For the Debe office, that number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And the Tobago number is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. Ms. Jennifer Valentine says, oh yeah, I am sleeping like a baby. So that's a client who actually used the Nerve Restore, and you see she's saying she's sleeping like a baby. Excellent product. When you come to Tobago, I will come and see you personally. What is the cost of your consultation? That's Mr. Devines. All right, well, Mr. Devines, for a number of reasons, I do not call price, but you could call the Tobago number, the office. That's 226-4553, and Ms. Latoya will be able to provide you with that information. Looking forward to meet you and looking forward to helping you get rid of some of those issues that you have there. Okay? So, I needed to give some information regarding the there was a question. Just give me 1 minute. Yes. So someone was asking about the joint T. What exactly does the joint T do? Okay, so those of you who have problems with joint pain, your back hurting, your waist hurting, your neck hurting. No, I'm not saying that this tea is going to work alone, because there are a lot of other things that we carry. But I mean, trying a few packs of tea wouldn't kill you. And you would be surprised what are some of the benefits that you would get. Let me say a pleasant good night to one of our blood microscopists and consultants at Batson and Associates, Ms. Karishma Ramdan. Good night to you. Right? Yeah, so with that joint tea, you find you in a situation where it actually is creating better circulation to the joints. It's actually, because of the tannins in it, it's creating an inflammatory response in the body, or reducing the inflammation in the body. And as a result of that, you find that it's going to help in joint pain, knee pain, back pain, waist pain, those type of things. Okay? Ms. Nanlal is saying, Doc, I had almost perfect eye pressure when I tested my patient recently. Eye Optics did that for me, considering I am a senior citizen. Thanks, Doc. Okay, great. Thank you so very much for that, Ms. Nanlal. So you see, that's our next person who used the product and they could testify. So the thing is, if you know you're diabetic, the problem with some of y'all, plain talk bad manners, let me misbehave a little bit. Some of y'all just want to be too cheap with your health. Buying an eye drop for yourself, I remember somebody tell me, eye optics expensive. You will see an expensive eye drop, yes? They have a sort of waste of time eye drop on the market, especially the ones that they have for glaucoma, that you're using for years and your pressure in your eye can't go down, your eye can't get good. You can't spend your money on something sensible to help out your own eyesight, especially if you're a diabetic, especially if you have hypertension. Do not wait for things to happen with your eyes. You see, your eye is our next organ. It is very unforgiving. It is a very difficult organ to help. Okay? Ms. Kimberly is saying, Dr. Batson, I did laser surgery to correct my eyesight. However, I got dry eyes and used lubricating eye drops. I also have a small growth on the conjunctiva. Is there anything that you would recommend to help this situation? Definitely. You need an MSM eye drop and you need an eye optics formula. Some of the IT as well could help you in that situation. Ms. Kimberly. Ms. Karishma Ramdan. Yes, Ms. Ramdan, Ms. Nandlal, sorry. Ms. Ramdan is saying she's so glad to hear from you. She's telling you a pleasant good evening, Ms. Nandlal. Good. So, yes, in that situation, so that joint tea is actually going to help with joint pain. It's going to help with back pain. The inflammation formula as well is going to help in that situation. The alkaline water, the tea, is also going to help in that situation. So the thing is, you need to be able to address those situations in such a way that you look at it from a holistic perspective. And that is very, very important. So again, let me give you those telephone numbers. The telephone numbers you can give us a call on for the Shogunas office. And we are working assiduously to address that parking situation in Shogunas. I know it's a bit frustrating. It's frustrating for me and all. right? But we're working to try our best to mitigate it. So if you know you're coming to Shoguna's office, if it is, you can get a lift and have somebody come and pick you back up. I know it's a kind of little inconvenience, but we're working with what we could work with right now, the situation, because where we are is only has parking for like about 3 cars. And, of course, we usually have way more clients than that. So we're working on seeing how best we could address that. I was actually looking for something close, because there was a car park that we used to utilize before, which was very close to the office, but they don't have it there again. They built something on that piece of land there. But, parking in Trinidad is, oh, Lord. But we're working with what we're working with. I am making myself more available in Davie now. And that's something that you could look forward to for this coming month here. Keep in mind, we do have our other consultants, because we have put a system in place. We have Ms. Karishma Ramdan, we have Mr. Paul Green, we have Mr. Rene Bustamante. Please keep in mind that Dr. Batson does not do blood analysis. Not because I think I reach and I'm better than everybody, but I am the consultant, and because of time, to expedite your time. Because, the type of medicine we do is a different type of medicine. It really requires a lot of work. It requires a lot of interaction with the client. So it requires some talking, right? So we don't expect you to come in 15 minutes and we write a prescription and run you. That's not the service that we offer. So, and especially when you're requesting to see me on a Wednesday in Shoguna's, those days are packed. So what I often tell persons is that you could come on the less busier days. You could do your blood, do your scan, get all your tests done, leave the office at a good time, and you just have to come back to do a review. Or I could do your review over the phone for you. Easy. You get your products and your business fixed. All right? So that's something to be mindful of. Okay, Miss Nanlal is saying, Miss June Jatan, first of all, my sister has a growth on her liver. It's small. What can help her? The liver tea is something I'd recommend. The Alkaline water. The Santulan is also a good one there. The silver and mineral formula could also help in that situation as well, Ms. Datan. Ms. Elizabeth Nanlal says, look, my son in Texas has been following you religiously. His blood pressure is almost normal. He needs some Santulan right now. How can I get it? Good night, Miss Ramdan, Miss Roma, and Mr. Green. Great people in Davie. Well, the thing is, you could send the Santulan to him. It's very easy to purchase it. Those things are very easy to send because of how small they are. So I think regular mail or something that they have is ship it out, and they can get it very easily. Okay? Ms. Misha is saying, good night, Dr. Batson. My husband rears animals, but when he sleeps, his body has an odor when he sleeps in the room. What can be used? Okay. Well, that happens to a lot of persons. You can use the Alkaline water, Santulan, mineral formula, chlorophyll, and the liver tea. So again, it will be Alkaline water, Santulan, mineral formula, the advanced chlorophyll, and liver tea. He used that for like about 2 months, problem gone. You're welcome, Ms. Datan. So you're listening to Dr. Jason Batson, the Senior Medical Director at Batson and Associates, your natural and integrated healthcare professionals. We are live on Facebook. On Facebook, we are Batson and Associates Limited. On Instagram, we are Batson and Associates TT. And on YouTube, we are Batson and Associates Trinidad. You're very welcome, Ms. Charles. So as regards to the situation with the eye problem, so if you know someone who has eye, and let me tell you something with eye problems, I often tell persons, your eyes is not something to play with. If you know you have glaucoma, people are saying, drunk or sober, mind your business. Mind your business. Because I've seen too many persons with glaucoma go blind because of negligence. And a lot of the time, it's not only the doctor's negligence, but your negligence is not taking care of yourself and not knowing your numbers. It doesn't take anything out of you to go by a optician or ophthalmologist and test the pressure in your eye. That will take you 15 minutes to do. So know your numbers. Okay? Which Joy Felix is saying, I am very happy with the service I received at Red Edge Mall. Your scan told me so much more about what was going on in my body. Yes, it is true. I had a blood test just before, and the scan gave me so much more information. And I always tell persons that. Let me tell you, sorry, Shaki. Let me tell you something. A lot of persons do not understand how intricate and in-depth a live nutritional blood cell analysis is and a magnetic resonance analysis scan is. It gives us the opportunity to look into the body in depth and not just see the basic rudimentary, you know. Well, not see not the basic rather, see the symptomology, but see the basic, the root cause, the rudimentary, the foundation aspects that have been shifted. Because a lot of women, for example, your menstrual cycle, you are pain, your belly hurting, every month you're getting a period, and you go into a gynecologist and they're giving you birth control. How you expect to get better? What does birth control do? Try and pong your ovaries into submission? That's not going to work. That's not going to work at all. You're making things worse for yourself. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you. Later on, you're going to have polycystic ovaries, fibroids, ovarian cysts, and they're going to tell you we have to do a hysterectomy, and they cut out your womb and gone with it. Common sense made before book. You need to deal with the issue from its root cause. Does it require some exercise? Yes. Does it require proper hydration? All who don't like water? Yes, it does. Does it require eating properly? Eating fruits and vegetables? Which big hardback people just be looking at you and telling you they don't like fruits. How you could don't like fruits? I can understand if you don't like all the fruits it have. You might like banana, but you might like apple, you might like grapes, you might like pawpaw, you might like pawpaw, but you might like guava or mango. But there are people who don't like no fruits. Something gotta be wrong with you, man. Then there's some of y'all, nothing green on your plate, nothing red, nothing orange. So you're not using carrot, you're not using beetroot, you're not using cucumber, you're not using lettuce. So we're eating. We're eating. But you're going to eat some dirt. You're going to be better off. All right. Ms. Rivas is saying, my aunt's doctor told her that she has a slight raise in pressure in her eye and that she will have to take an injection in her eye to take down the pressure. No? All you're mad? Oh, God, sorry. Sorry, I didn't mean to say it like that way. Don't let nobody put no needle inside all your eye. That's the next thing I fed up tell all you. Sorry, all you. Yeah, I'm speaking in colloquial terms here. Do not allow persons to put injections in your eye. He is saying, imagine the doctor telling you that she has a slight elevated pressure in the eyes and he wants to give her an injection. That's the best thing you could have think of. All the eye drop it up. Desist. You hear what is that telling you? Desist. Do not let anybody put any injection in your eye, especially for any pressure. That's too easy to fix. Get an eye optics formula, get some IT, and start drinking more water. That's what you need to do. Because I don't know the person, and I guarantee they're not drinking enough water. Okay? So that's something that you need to pay close attention to. So let me give you those telephone numbers as well and the locations. Keep in mind, we do have our special running still with our 4-in-1 special, which is the live blood, the dry blood. Well, it's actually 5. Magnetic resonance analysis, the food detox, and the executive consultation. All 5 for one price. So call, get your information. Keep in mind, we have open clinic days beginning again. And open clinic days in Chaguanas is Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Okay, so that means you don't have to have an appointment. What we're going to do on a Wednesday, God's willing, we're going to do a number system. Because people say, well, I have an appointment, you know. So you think because you have an appointment, you shouldn't wait. No, you know, we're trying our best to fix that situation, to quicken the situation. As I said, we do have our other senior medical consultants, Ms. Karishma Ramdan, Mr. Paul Green, Mr. Rene Bastamante, and we're going to have a whole lot more very soon. Because we need to ensure that we help you guys, and we're getting more and more persons to help because a lot of people getting results, a lot of people being very satisfied, which is always a good thing. We can always better our best. Of course, I'm working assiduously on that shipping situation. I'm telling you, when we finish that, our overseas client will be able to buy anything anywhere in the world. I guarantee you that. So just bear with us a little bit. Okay? Dr. Batson, what can you use instead of alkaline water? Miss Anne-Marie Bab is asking that question. You can put a little rough skin lemon in your water. You can put a little half teaspoon of baking soda in 8 ounces of water first thing in the morning. The only advantage with the alkaline water is that drinking alkaline water every day on a consistent basis is going to make you healthier. There's no problem in mind, we must be about it. I mean, Exhibit A. Look at me. Right? Despite all the little beer and the little mark I need to take. Excellent health. Thank God. And as for drinking alkaline water for years, I've been drinking alkaline water about over 10 years now. I use Santulan. I use the inflammation formula. I use the advanced chlorophyll. I use nerve. Well, governors live by nerve restore. Well, digestive balance, I don't play with that. You have to take care of yourself. Okay, Miss Deborah St. John is asking the question. Good night, Dr. Batson. What's a good home remedy for a nagging dry cough? I would say you get some apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, a tablespoon of rough skin lemon, the juice, a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar, rough skin lemon, and olive oil. Mix that and drink that every day for about a week. That should give you some assistance. Okay. The Veens is asking a question. What about drinking spring water? Well, yeah, nothing wrong with that. And Tobago actually has some very nice spring water. The thing is, if you have tap water, do not drink tap water just like that. Boil the water and filter it. Okay? Yes, Mr. Shaki. Yeah, Anne-Marie is asking a question. Anne-Marie Bob, waiting to get the shipment here. Yeah, that was what can you use instead of alkaline water? Answer that.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay, Phil is saying, good evening, doc. My brother has a heart problem, but his feet is swollen and he is getting dark. What can he do? And he is feeling very weak. Circulation tea. There's a L-arginine product that we carry, a specific one with L-arginine and L-citrulline. That would help as well. The thing is, if he cannot come to us, depending on where he is, we could do a consultation over the phone or something like that, or Zoom, something like that, and try and get him some help, because that's serious. If his feet is getting dark, it means he has a serious problems with circulation. Okay. Ms. Lana John is saying, what's the best way to treat cancerous tumor on the liver? I did do chemo, which shrunk the tumor. So according to the doctor, it is stable. Nah, don't take that piece of chain up and talk about stable, not darling. Cancer never stable. Cancer is a very troublesome thing. And if it is you had it before, and you deal with it in a particular way, just make sure and come back and meet you some years down the road. So I would suggest you to make a complete and total change it to your diet. Green is your friend. Use plenty Karaili, plenty okra, marine phytoplankton. Batson Associates, we carry. The advanced chlorophyll is a good product. The inflammation formula, the silver with the mineral formula. The liver teas is also very good. The enzyme formula, that's a product that we use for tumor. That product is actually shrink tumors. Okay? So that's something. Don't take that for granted, because you're going to be in some big problems later on, Ms. Donna. All right? So I'm not trying to frighten you, but you need to take very good care of yourself. All right? And start to deal with that. Your diet is fundamental. Fundamental. Okay, Charles is asking, Dr. Batson, what causes numbness in the feet and fingers and mornings? Most of the time, that has to do with poor circulation. So, some circulation tea, some santulan, some alkaline water. That's going to help you. You know, and let me be clear and specific about something. A lot of times, you might have a problem with your eye, you might have a problem with your kidney, you have a problem with sleep. And you hear me on the radio here, you hear me on these lines. And a lot of times, you might be saying, okay, well, I have an eye problem, I'm going to get the eye optics formula. But let me tell you something. Common sense may be for book. Now, I didn't send anybody to work. I don't know what is your financial situation. And you know, well, with COVID, everybody suffer a little bit somewhere, you know. So all I am simply saying to you is let good sense prevail, and, you know, don't buy the eye drop alone. Take some alkaline water, take some eye tea. That's not because we feel to sell you more product and we're trying to make money off of you, but it's to help the body in itself. Because a lot of y'all, the situation is a serious situation. And because it is a serious situation, it requires that you treat it as such. And therefore, you use more and things to help the body in its overall, you know, in its totality. Okay? Right, Shelley George is saying, could someone that finished chemotherapy and radiation treatment take Santulan? You should. Now, the thing is, I don't know how long the person finished the chemotherapy and radiation. And if that is the case, are they feeling weak? We may have to recommend something else other than the Santulan or something alongside the Santulan. Okay? Ms. Angela Carrington is saying, Dr. Batson, what causes dull pain under the right rib cage? Ms. Carrington, that's an interesting question. That could be a number of things. You could have lifted up something heavy. You could have, if it's a consistent discomfort that you have there, well, then possibility exists you may have an alignment issue, and that's something that you may have to pay very close attention to. You know, so take a look at that. All right. Okay, Ms. George is saying about a month now. Ms. George, get a piece of paper, and I'll tell you what it is you need to do. All right. Ms. Rivas is saying, are any offices open tomorrow on the holiday? No. None of our offices. We are closed tomorrow. We resume operations, God's willing, on Tuesday, please God. Okay? Right, Ms. George. So you have your pen and paper, right? So here's what you need to do, my dear. So from the home aspect, Karaili. So you're doing some blending, right? You get like a half a Karaili. You blend that up. 2 stalks of celery. That's the big celery. You get a green apple. Blend that up. So 1 green apple, 2 stalks of celery, half a Karaili. You throw in a garlic in there and a beetroot. And that's what you're drinking. You're drinking that every day, right? At Batson and Associates, what you're getting? You're getting some Alkaline water. You're getting the Santulan. You're getting the silver with the mineral formula. And you're getting something called Optimizer. And there's a product we have, which is a free radical scavenger. Now, depending on how your money running, you could organize accordingly. But deal with that. All right, so I believe you would have gotten that information, and you could go from there. All right, and let me repeat it again. Or I hope I remember off the top of my head. So it's a half a Karaili, 2 stalks of celery, 1 to 2 grain of garlic, beetroots, like a medium-sized beetroot, and a green apple, right? Blend up all of that, and you're drinking it. And from Batson and Associates, it's your Alkaline water, your Santulan, your advanced chlorophyll, your mineral formula, your optimizer, and there's a free radical scavenger product we have called Alpha. That's what you want. All right? So I hope that information will be useful to you. All right, Ms. Wilma Joseph is saying, hello, doc. What can be used for congenital hypothyroidism? Definitely CMOS. CMOS is something that should be in your diet. From Batson Associates, one of the things that I have done, because I'm doing a lot of work with people, with persons with thyroid problems now. So I'm doing a lot of stuff with them. And we can actually address those situations as regards to that hypothyroidism problem. So the protocol depends. I would have to see your numbers to sort of dot your I's and cross your T's where that is concerned, but definitely that's a situation that we can help with. All right? Okay, so let me see where I am at with these questions. Right. Kimora Khan is saying, good night. What you got for pain in the right side of the hip bone? Inflammation formula, jointy. Where? Santulan, Alkaline water. You may need a chiropractor too. Depends. Some people may have alignment issues. I don't know when last you did a bone scan or a bone density. I would suggest you do the scan. Because one of the things the magnetic resonance analysis scan gives us the opportunity to see is the density of your bones. So we're actually able to see how healthy your bones are. Okay? Very important. All right? Okay. Mr. Police said, hi, good night. I had an appointment to see you on the 20th. Didn't receive a call to confirm, but I missed the day. Can I reschedule the appointment to see you? Yes, Ms. Hippolyte, you can do that. The thing with Shagona is a bit inundated. I'm not making any excuses because we have to fix our situation and become effective, more effective and more efficient in what we're doing. right? So that's something that we're working on. So I do apologize for that. So, you know, call and you could get your appointment rescheduled and you could come and see me. Okay? Thank you. Was it advanced formula or chlorophyll? So it's advanced chlorophyll is the name of it, Miss George. All right? Miss Angela Brisbane Bascombe. Dr. Batson, did you get your order of collagen? Miss Bascombe, you will live long. Actually, they messaged me and that order is in Miami. So in about the next week, we should have it. Yeah, I actually spoke to them this week. That was Thursday. Okay. Miss Nandlal. Okay. Oh, yes. You want me to repeat the home remedy for the raisins of the fatty liver? I will repeat that before I leave, my dear. Okay. Miss Hippolyta is saying thank you, but this was St. James. Oh, okay. Oh, seriously? Okay, well, all right. Well, okay. Noted, noted. All right. But I apologize for that all the same. All right, Michelle George. Should she drink that blend first thing in the morning and for how long? I would recommend here, first thing in the morning, and I would suggest you do that blend for like about a month, for the first month straight. What you may have to do is see how they go with. I don't think they should feel nauseous or anything with it. And from there, they could use it every other day subsequent to that. Okay? You're very welcome, Miss George. All right, my goodly people. Miss Jacqueline A. Noel is saying, hello from Canada. Someone was to call me this week. Waited, no one called. Ooh, good. Again, all the arm. Okay, no problem. Because taking feedback, positive and negative. Okay, so I will address that. Miss Noel. Miss Noel, we have your information, right? Just seeking clarification. So that number would have been the 1-868-314-9975 number. Miss George is saying thank you. You're very welcome. Okay, so let me give you those clinic telephone numbers again. Keep in mind, we do have our open clinic days. We do have our road delivery as well. So those telephone numbers again for the Shogunas number is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. For David's number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago is 226-4553. That's 226-4553. Those locations were located on the first floor of Money Talks building. That is Money Talks building in Montrose, Shogunas. We also on the corner of Ramsey Trace and the SS Erin Main Road in Davie, as well as Red Edge Mall, Western Main Road, St. James, and the Triangle building in Scarborough, Tobago. Someone is asking the question, do you carry painkillers? No, we do not. I'm not an advocate of painkillers. I mean, in the event that you have another choice, no problem, but I don't carry them. I don't carry them. All right? Ms. Nalal is saying, well, Ms. Roma indeed calls religiously and makes follow-up calls to her. Thank you, Roma. Yes, she does. Yes, she most certainly does. Let me say a pleasant good evening to Roma if she's listening. You know, long-standing member of staff. Ms. Roma has been with me for over 10 years. You know, I'm very dedicated. And like a lot of the other staff, well, I don't like to call people staff, colleagues rather, of mine, you know, we continue to work hard because at the end of the day, we are a team and there's no I in team, right? You know, so to the team of Batson and Associates, a pleasant good evening to you. You know, we all different people. We all come from different backgrounds. We all have different issues. The psychiatrists call them idiosyncrasies. That's just a big word to say bad habits, right? Right? So we all have it, and we have to work as a team, and we have to get a job done. You know, and the job at the end of the day is to be as effective and efficient to all our clients. We do ship eye optics to Canada, Miss George. We do. So, you know, with that being said, I will always promise you this, that we will consistently work hard to get you what you need to get. So don't worry. I know the international shipping, it seems like it's taking a while, but no, we have to dot our I's and cross our T's. And we live in Trinidad, and as much as I love my country, we have too much red tape in this country. Believe me, there are things that take too long to do. But one of these days, we'll get it right. Okay? So, you know, with that being said, I have spoken for an hour plus. For some reason, it seems that I've been speaking for more than that. But, you know, I promise again to bring you another live in the evening. So I'm going to shift it up a little bit. You know, once my good boss man, Mr. Shakil here, permits, then we will adjust accordingly. We have to announce, we're announcing our winners tonight.
Yes, there's might have a slight glitch because I have to come off. We'll be still on, we'll be on, but just.
Oh, okay.
Just
No problem. But is it that well, what we could do, we could announce the winners Thursday, God's willing. Right? We're going to do that. Right? So those telephone numbers again for the Shoguna's office is 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Debe number is 223-7515. That's 223-7515. St. James is 220-8113. That's 220-8113. And Tobago is 226-4553. Again, Tobago is 226-4553. Okay, Ms. Jatan is saying, oh yes, Michelle George said she tried to order. Yes, circulation tea. So our teas would be back, all offices would be stocked up with teas this weekend. So by Friday, all offices would have teas, circulation, liver teas, all the teas that you need. All right? Yes. Oh yes, and tomorrow, please God, yeah. So let me say, happy Indian Arrival Day to everyone. You know, do enjoy your holiday. Don't overdo. You know, use it as a opportunity to maybe take some rest, and you know that can help. You know, immensely. Ms. Valerie Hippolyte is saying, does the Batson and Associates do the stool test and protectin test? No, we do not. At least not as yet. We don't. Okay, Miss Shelley Jaws, yes. Well, she spoke about the tea, as I said, we will get this week. All the offices will have. And Miss Lane is saying, how can you pay if you are out of the country and have the items delivered in Trinidad? Oh, well, what we could do, we could provide you a bank account, and you just send the information, and you just send it to the bank account, and once we confirm, then you can have it delivered wherever you want in Trinidad, or someone in Trinidad could pick it up for you. Okay? You're very welcome. So, my goodly listeners, as I said, I'm going to try and give you more lives like these when I know persons would be a little more accessible. And, you know, we would continue to better our best. All right, so let me continue to say a pleasant good afternoon to all our listeners. You know, always good to see people interested about their health, learning, and getting, you know, more information that you can do. Okay, Miss Lane is saying that you would like to do that, please. Okay, so what you could do, Miss Lane, is call the office. Shogunas, you can call 222-8261. That's 222-8261. Or 314-9975. That's 314-9975. And ask to speak to Miss Jenna or Mr. Mario, and they would be able to provide the necessary information for you. Okay? So that's Miss Jenna or Mr. Mario, and that number again is 222-8261. That's 222-8261 or 314-9975. Ms. Noel is saying, Dr. Batson, what you recommended for not sleeping? Alkaline water, liver tea, advanced chlorophyll, nerve restore, and you'll be sleeping like a baby. Okay. Okay, so is Therese Liebert is saying, Dr. Batson, you did not answer my question, so I hope to have better luck next time. Okay. Well, could you, what was the question? So, Ms. Therese, ask me the question before I leave, and I'll try my best to answer it. Okay? Shelley George said, always a pleasure to hear your feedback and information. I have learned a lot for the time listening to you, and I pass the information on to my friends and family. You're very welcome, Ms. George, and you know, that's good. I'm glad to know that you're doing that. Or Liebert is saying, I had surgery for DCIS on my right breast. Should I do anything in particular? DCIS. I would imagine that's an acronym, but an acronym for what? I'm looking for it, but if you could help me out, that would be good. DCIS. Oh, okay, I got you. Ductal carcinoma in situ. Okay. All right. So what was the surgery that you did? Oh, well, okay. Well, you maybe don't want to expose too much. Okay. Blood was coming. Oh, whoa. Okay. Yeah, there are a number of things that you could use, you know. What I suggest you use, you can start to use the advanced chlorophyll, the silver or the mineral formula, Santulan, the liver tea. You're going to need some nutrient-dense greens. I suggest you start to get sea moss and start to use it. That usually help. And of course, sea moss is Irish moss, which is a marine phytoplankton. Very good, right? So those are some of the things that you could start to use. In fact, the juicing that I recommended for the individual as well. So the half of the Corylli, 2 stalks of celery, 2 grains of garlic, the green apple, and the beetroot. That's something that you could blend and start to use. All right. Okay, but Libert is saying, I have to come to see you soon. End up getting COVID. Okay, yeah, I know how that could be. I know how that could be. I guess some apple cider vinegar, right? So if you once you get the apple cider vinegar, if you can get someone to get an inflammation formula for you, you take a tablespoon of the apple cider vinegar with a tablespoon of inflammation formula in 8 ounces of water morning and evening. And that will do some wonders for your COVID. All right, together with the lungs. So I'm looking forward to see you, Libert, and we will go from there, right? So guys, okay, yes, Shakil is telling me one more question.
Homemade remedy.
Oh, the homemade remedy for the fatty liver. Okay, okay, so you're getting 1 cup of raisins, like a cup of raisins. You wash out the raisin, you throw the cup, and you boil. You boil enough water to cover the top of the raisins. So you boil the water, and when the water is boiling, you throw it on top of the raisins and you leave it. And you leave that there overnight, so like for about 8 hours. And then you get a cup of olive oil, and you throw the raisins and the olive oil in an osterizer, and you blend it. And you take that and you put it in a glass bottle, and you take 2 tablespoons in some hot water, or warm water, as hot as you could take it. I normally put it in tea. You mix it and you drink it. And it's very good for fatty liver. So copper raisins, you wash your raisins good. You take the copper raisins, you throw it in a glass bowl. You boil water and make sure when the water is boiled, you're throwing it, but you're throwing it just to cover the raisins. You leave that overnight. And then what you do, you take it, you throw it in an osterizer with a cup of olive oil, and you blend all together. You put it in a glass bottle, and every day you use 2 tablespoons in some hot water. Or you put it in your hot tea. Okay? So you're very welcome. Again, happy Indian Arrival Day. Be safe. God bless you guys. Remember, as we always say at Batson and Associates, if you think health is expensive, try sickness. If you think education is expensive, try ignorance. God bless you guys and enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
I look forward to our announcement for Mother's Day on Tuesday.
Yes, and look forward to our announcement for Mother's Day on Thursday as regards to the winners, right? Remember, those of you who have used product, anything you use in the restore, you use the tea, anything, Miss Valentine, just comment and say, I've used so-and-so, and what was the result that you get. Post it there for us, like it, share, leave a comment.
Tag a family member who needs the information.
And tag a family member or a friend who needs to get the information. God bless you guys and enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Take care. Bye-bye.